Hello, Louise Singleton here. Here's Honey. Today I'm going to be showing you what you can do if you've ever done an acrylic pour or a resin pour that has gone completely wrong and you don't want to pour over it because maybe there's a little bit there that you still like. So today, hang on, today I'm going to be showing you how how I upcycled my I kind of liked it and it kind of failed, acrylic pour to make this chopping cheese board with the knife that fits on and with a matching band as well. But that's not all. You're also going to be finding out, if you stay tuned till the end, and I know you can, it's only a short video. If you stay tuned till the end, I made lots of other things as well. Not just this. My video is going to show you how I made this, but there's some bonus items at the end, all from one little painting. So stay tuned, and I hope you feel inspired. Here's the acrylic pour, which I liked too much to paint over, but I didn't like enough to go to the trouble of putting another coat of resin on to go over those bald patches. And so it's been stuck in a box for a long time because I wasn't really sure what to do with it. You can see the bald patches there's quite a few, but if you look, the yellow part, I really like that, the yellowy side, but I didn't really like the green and blue side. So really what I've decided to do is cut it up and make something else out of all the good bits, because if you look there, it's got some really nice bits. I love the feathering at the edges and it's got some really lovely effects, and luckily the best part of it is the part that hasn't got the bald patches, so I was lucky there. So yeah, that's my painting, and now you're going to find out how I made it into my chopping board. No, it's not a chopping board, a cheese board. Now I'm just taking the staples out. I'm using a screwdriver and some pliers. Once I'd loosened the staples, I just pulled them all out with pliers, and then it just peels off the wooden frame, and there we have it. Really easy. And I cut out a template out of acetate of the shape of the top of my board, where the shape that I wanted my piece to be, and I used acetate so that I could position it onto the painting to see exactly which piece I wanted. And it also helped me when I was drawing around the board as well to use acetate, because it meant I could do it on the side without having the black pen touch the board, if you understand what I mean. Anyway, here I am just cutting it all up. I'm just cutting off an extra bit there because I realised it was a little bit rough around the edges, and I'm just checking it matches, and I'm just trimming off a bit more because it was just sticking out a bit at the edges. And now I'm just going to put some super glue. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I use quite a lot of super glue. I think it's great. I'm going to use super glue and stick it onto my board. I love this board, and I only managed to get one. I looked for any more in the shop, but there was only the one. I think it's olive wood, but I'm not sure. It was all in German, and I don't speak any German, so I don't know. But it's a lovely board. I really like the shape of it. It's a bit overexposed. Sorry, you can't see the detail very well. I'm deciding this time with my video to keep it completely live. I'm not doing any retakes. So my introduction when I was getting all my words wrong, and my ending where I've got all my words wrong, it's all real. Someone commented on my last video, they liked how I kept it real, so I'm sticking with it. I'm just adding an extra bit of super glue and sticking it on. I've got my rubber gloves on because I always get covered in this super glue and stick to everything. It's quite nerve-wracking because it sticks so well and so quickly. You really need to get it into the correct position pretty much straight away. I love the effect of doing the cheese boards this way. It's just such a crisp and neat, clean looking end result. I just really like the way it looks. So now I just found the first thing I had to hand that was big and flat and heavy, and there it's just an old mic stand with a really heavy base which I've just stuck on. So now I'm just drilling a hole to put the strong magnet into. I'll put a link to the magnets in the description. It's quite a strong little magnet, and it took me a while to drill that hole. Not sure why. I think maybe the drill bit wasn't very good. Anyway, I got there. I didn't make the full depth of the magnet. I wanted it to be sticking out a little bit. And now I'm putting some super glue in and the magnet. If you do this, make sure the magnet's the right way around so that your knife will stick to it. I would have been gutted if I'd put it in the wrong way around and then finished it all and then the knife didn't stick. So I'm just going to let that dry. And there I decided to paint it white to kind of disguise it, but in the end I didn't like it. The white was too stark against the white of the pour. It just didn't work. So what I did when the white acrylic paint was dry, I just did a blob of gold alcohol ink and it just went into a nice circle naturally. I didn't have to paint it on. I just drips it on straight from the bottle. And now I'm just putting on my resin. I'm just trying to remember which resin it was. I think it was Ultracast. I've got a few different ones. Also I've masked it with aluminium tape all over the back and around where you can see on the front and the sides. I'm letting it drip down. Unfortunately, at this stage, my iPad decided to stop recording, and I had no idea it had stopped recording and just carried on with what I was doing. So I'll have to explain to you now. What I did with the knife was I just cut a strip to the right size to fit where I've put it on the knife and super glued it on and resined over it basically. It's very simple. Oh, also I put some gold alcohol ink just on the edges of the strip just to finish it off a little bit. Yeah, and then I covered it with resin. I did have to keep going back and checking that there was no drips coming down from it. I just had to keep rubbing away all the little drips so that it was smooth. And then the knife was done. So what did you think? Do you think you can do it? It's easy, isn't it? Really easy. So I promised you I would show you what else I made with all those little bits that I cut up. I'm still covered in dog fluff, sorry. All those little bits that I cut up, I didn't know what I was going to do with them at the time. I just saved all the bits that were still okay and decided afterwards what I would make with them. So here I've made a coaster. And you know what? The good thing is when you're upcycling your acrylic pours or your resin pours, you don't have to do it on the good side. So I've got the good side underneath because the wrong side was actually, it wasn't one of those lumpy tiles, it was quite a smooth tile on the back. So I cut up my piece and put it on the back with super glue and then did gold acrylic, not acrylic, alcohol ink around the edges and then resin on the top just to protect it all and stop anything getting in these little cracks where I've, where it the canvas meets the tile. I wanted it to be sealed. So yeah, I've done a nice tile. What else? Oh, I did a cute little vase. Just cut a strip and stuck it around the bottom of a little glass vase. And I made a hanging key rack with a strip along the bottom, a little tag, my pegs which I've just decorated with the canvas stuck on. I've stuck the D-rings on the back with super glue, and we have a little key rack which will be handy because I'm moving house, and this can go in my new house for my keys. So yeah, made a key rack. And I thought there was one more thing. No, so those are the things that I made just from one painting. Are you impressed? I'm impressed. So don't throw away your old paws. If there's something you like about them, cut them out, save the good bits and upcycle. Upcycling is the best. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button or even subscribe and ring the bell if you feel like you'd like to come back and see what else is in my chat on my channel. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.